Karen said my range practice was threatening, so I invited the SWAT captain for brunch. Have you ever been minding your own business, honing a skill you're passionate about, only to have someone turn your world upside down with a single accusation? That's exactly what happened to me. Marcus, a 32-year-old veteran and firearms instructor, on a crisp Saturday morning at the local gun range. I was sighting in my new rifle, the sharp crack of each shot echoing through the empty lanes. When Karen, yes, that Karen stormed into my life like a tornado in a trailer park. With her phone already recording, she screamed, "You're a danger to this community. I'm calling the cops." My crime? Practicing safely at a licensed range. But what started as a ridiculous confrontation spiraled into a showdown that left her speechless and me with a story I'll never forget. It all began innocently enough. The range was my sanctuary, a place where I could focus, refine my skills, and teach others about responsible gun ownership. I'd served 2 tours in Afghanistan, and now I ran a small business training civilians and law enforcement on firearm safety. That morning, I was alone, double-checking my gear, ear protection, safety glasses, and a meticulously maintained rifle. The range officer, Dave, gave me a nod from the booth, confirming everything was by the book. I fired a few rounds, adjusting my scope, when I noticed a figure marching toward me from the parking lot. Karen, in her yoga pants and oversized sunglasses, was on a mission. Her Cocker Spaniel, tethered to a glittery leash, yipped furiously as she pointed her phone at me like a prosecutor presenting Exhibit A. "You think you're some kind of Rambo?" she shrieked, her voice piercing the quiet. "I live half a mile away, and your shooting is terrifying my kids. I'm reporting you for endangering us all." I lowered my rifle, keeping it pointed downrange, and tried to stay calm. "Ma'am, this is a licensed gun range. I'm following all safety protocols. If you have concerns, you can talk to the range officer." But Karen wasn't here for dialogue. She was here for drama. "Don't ma'am me. I know my rights. You're a threat, and I'm making sure everyone knows it." She posted the video to her neighborhood Facebook group before I could even respond, tagging the police department for good measure. By noon, the post had exploded. Comments poured in. "What a menace. Ban guns from our town. Thank you, Karen, for keeping us safe." My phone buzzed with messages from friends warning me about the online mob. I checked the video grainy footage of me firing, with Karen's voiceover accusing me of military-style assault training. Never mind that I was using a standard hunting rifle, or that the range was surrounded by sound barriers. To Karen and her followers, I was a one-man militia. I could have let it slide, but I'd seen this play before. One loud voice drowns out reason, and suddenly you're the villain. I wasn't about to let her narrative win. Enter Captain Jessica Cortez, a name I knew well. Jessica was the commander of our county's SWAT team, a no-nonsense officer who trained with me years ago when she was prepping for her tactical certification. She was tough, fair, and had zero patience for grandstanding. I shot her a text. "You see this nonsense on Facebook? Karen's got me pegged as a terrorist for range practice. Fancy brunch tomorrow? I've got an idea." Her reply was instant. "LOL. Saw it? Brunch sounds good. Let's shut this down." I grinned. Karen wanted a spectacle? I'd give her one she couldn't ignore. The next morning, I reserved a table at the Sunnyside Cafe, the town's brunch hotspot where Karen and her book club held court every Sunday. I arrived early, setting up a small display on the table. My range safety certifications, a photo of me teaching a women's self-defense class, and a pamphlet on responsible gun ownership. Jessica rolled in at 10 a.m., her SWAT captain's badge glinting on her belt. Heads turned as she sat down, her presence commanding the room. "So," she said, sipping her coffee, What's the plan, Marcus? I leaned in. Karen's table is right over there. I'm betting she'll confront me again. When she does, you're my ace in the hole. Sure enough, Karen spotted me 10 minutes later. She was mid-mimosa, surrounded by her posse, when her eyes locked onto mine. Her face flushed red, and she marched over, phone in hand. You've got some nerve showing up here after yesterday, she snapped. I told the police about you, and I'm not letting you intimidate me. The cafe went silent, forks pausing mid-bite. I stood, keeping my voice steady. Karen, I'm just having brunch with a friend. If you've got a problem, let's discuss it calmly. She scoffed. A friend? Who, another gun nut? This town doesn't need people like you. That's when Jessica stood up, her badge catching the light. Actually, I'm Captain Jessica Cortez, SWAT commander. Marcus is one of the most responsible firearms instructors I know. He's trained half my team, including me. You want to talk about safety? Let's start with your accusations. Karen's jaw dropped, her phone wavering in her hand. The cafe buzzed with whispers. Jessica continued, her tone calm but cutting. I reviewed your video. Marcus was following every range rule. If you're hearing shots half a mile away, that's a sound barrier issue, not his fault. You've got a problem. Take it up with the county, not him. Karen stammered, her confidence crumbling. Well, I was just protecting my family. Jessica didn't blink. By slandering a veteran who teaches safety? That's not protection. That's reckless. Then came the twist I hadn't expected. Dave, the range officer, stepped into the cafe holding a clipboard. He'd been quietly gathering signatures outside from range regulars who'd seen Karen's post. Marcus, he said, 50 people signed this petition supporting you. They're tired of Karen's complaints about the range. She's been at it for years, says it traumatizes her dog. The crowd murmured, eyes shifting to Karen. Her friends at the table avoided her gaze, suddenly fascinated by their avocado toast. Karen's face went from red to ashen. She tried to rally, muttering about her rights. But the room wasn't buying it. Jessica sealed the deal. If you're serious about community safety, come to Marcus's next free self-defense class. Learn something instead of pointing fingers. Karen grabbed her purse and stormed out, her dog trailing behind. The cafe erupted in applause, and I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. Dave handed me the petition, grinning. She's been trying to shut us down forever. Maybe now she'll think twice. By Monday, the narrative had flipped. Karen's video was still online, but the comments had turned. Locals shared stories of my classes, my service, and how the range was a safe, regulated space. Karen posted a half-hearted apology, claiming she misunderstood the situation, but it was too late. Her book club shrank, and her neighborhood influence fizzled. I didn't gloat. Vindication was enough. Jessica and I kept in touch, planning a joint training session for her team and my students. Dave even started a range appreciation day, inviting the community to learn about what we do. Looking back, I could have ignored Karen's tantrum, but standing up showed me something powerful. Truth and community can drown out even the loudest lies. I'm still at the range every weekend, teaching, practicing, and building bridges with anyone willing to listen. Karen's out there somewhere, maybe rethinking her approach. Or maybe not. Either way, I'm not losing sleep over it. What do you think? Did Karen cross a line? Or was she just misguided? Should I have handled it differently? Or was brunch with the SWAT captain the perfect checkmate? Share your thoughts. I am all ears.